So something I've been thinking about of the past couple of weeks is the missed opportunities that happens in video games. And today I want to talk about the missed opportunities in Pokemon. Now I'm not the hugest Pokemon fan, and I feel like Pokemon itself has kind of died out since maybe Ruby and Sapphire. Now some people did enjoy Diamond and Pearl and things of that nature, and there's still people who enjoy the newer games. But I always felt like Pokemon they missed the big opportunity that that franchise could have had, and it still could have. But I don't think people are talking about that opportunity enough. So what's going on, guys? RKG here. Well, just wanted to make this video because even though I'm not a big Pokemon fan, I did enjoy the games, and I played the games from the old Game Boy Color games up until Pokemon Diamond. That's when I kind of just dropped off, and I still do play things like um, you know Leaf Green, Fire Red, Soul Silver. I still play those games to this date. However, I feel like a lot of people, kind of just lost interest in Pokemon because it never evolved. I know that's kind of like a funny word to use when it comes to Pokemon because they do have evolution in Pokemon games. However, when it comes to the evolution that I'm talking about, is the games have never changed from what they are. If you played Pokemon Yellow back in the 90s, you've played Pokemon, whatever the new one is called. So I don't know what the new one is called. So there's no evolution between that other than the character looks different. There's a different gym leader, and there's new Pokemon. So outside of that, nothing else changed. The formula of Pokemon stays the same. Yes, Pokemon Go is something different, but Pokemon Go wasn't the evolution that the game needed. The evolution that Pokemon needed, which is a missed opportunity on Nintendo's part, is an online multiplayer game. Pokemon has not done that, and it should have. Can you imagine how much money the Switch will make if they showed off a Pokemon game that's kind of like, I don't know, let's say Elder Scrolls Online. Let's say basically any modern MMO, but it's Pokemon. You know, you have that idea of Pokemon Go where there's all these these gems, and you and your friends can take on these gems, and if you take on that gem, you can become the gym leader of that gym. So in the thought process of an MMO, you have clans. So say a clan takes over a gym, and another clan wants to take that gym. That clan can challenge the other clan to those gym battles and be able to conquer that gym and make it their gym. You can have these raids. You can have events where there's a legendary Pokemon who everyone has to take on in order for them to be able to catch it. So you have this mode where it takes the entire lobby to take out Lugia, and that's how everyone can get Lugia, is if the entire lobby decides to get on it. I feel like it was a missed opportunity, and yes, they can still do it, but it would just be so fun and so different to have a Pokemon game that plays like Pokemon, but it's an MMO. It's a massive multiplayer online game with the same kind of graphics and physics of your average MMOs, like Bless Online and Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 and all those kind of games. All those MMOs, if you have that aesthetics, that third person aesthetics, but you put a Pokemon skin on it, so you can just be walking around, whatever and you can have like all, because if you're doing a game that size, MMO, you're gonna have to have like all the regions thrown into that game. So you're in one region of Pokemon, and you're just walking around, going through the grass, and you're battling wild Pokemon, but also there's other players who are around, and they can challenge you to Poke battles. So you're battling all these people who are scattered around that server. And in my head, it sounds like a better idea. As I'm saying it, it might not sound as good because this is all on top of the dome. There's no script. I'm just talking as it goes on. It's basically a rambling idea. But I think as someone who played Pokemon back in the day, but then stopped in recent years, I stopped not because I don't like Pokemon video games, but because the game hasn't evolved. If I want to play Pokemon, I'll just go back to playing Pokemon Soul Silver. I'll go back to playing, Sapphire. Why would I want to play the new Pokemon game if it's not that much different from Sapphire? Why would I want to spend money on this new game when the old game plays exactly the same? And not only that, it has better Pokemon. because the new Pokemon aren't that cool. But you know what get my attention? A massive online multiplayer version of Pokemon that all of my friends can play, that other people in the world can play, and we can have all these Poke battles, so we can collect all these Pokemon. It would be so fun, and I feel like Nintendo. I don't know if people just aren't telling them about this idea. People aren't telling them, hey, you should do this. But if they did, it'd be so much cooler. It would be so fun to play a massive online multiplayer game that's Pokemon. And the same thing goes when it comes to like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, these companies, they don't understand that we would love to have that. An MMO of Yu-Gi-Oh would be phenomenal. An MMO of Pokemon would be phenomenal. An MMO of Digimon would be phenomenal. Those games would sell like amazingly. Like I'm telling you right now, if they made MMO Pokemon, MMO Yu-Gi-Oh, MMO Digimon, you know, and it was like a massive game that was sold across all the platforms. Obviously, Pokemon will have to be just on Nintendo, but Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon can be on Xbox and PC and PS4. Those games will sell like crazy because people want those games. People have always talked about how they want an MMO Yu-Gi-Oh game. You know, right now the only Yu-Gi-Oh game that you can play on Xbox and Nintendo and on PS4 is Legacy of Duelists, and that's it. And that game's old. It's a very old game. It's not a MMO. It plays like every single Yu-Gi-Oh game that you've played on your Game Boy DS and your Game Boy SP. So what do Yu-Gi-Oh players play? Yu-Gi-Oh players go to things like YGO Pro and Dual Network, because those are the only Yu-Gi-Oh games that play the way Yu-Gi-Oh is played now. Legacy Duelists does not play the way the current meta is played. But Yu-Gi-Oh players will love to have an MMO. Same Pokemon players. Pokemon players will love to have an MMO to play. But there isn't one. There is no MMO for people to play when it comes to Pokemon. Yes, you can do all these little battles and whatnot in Pokemon Go, but no one wants to play Pokemon Go the way Pokemon Go is actually played. People want to be able to play Pokemon in the aspect that they are the actual trainer. You create your own character from the ground up, you know, and you explore all these regions. You collect all these Pokemon. Pokemon with MMO just sounds like a match made in heaven. Like, it's crazy we haven't had one yet, because it sounds like a match made in heaven when you think about the idea of Pokemon and the idea of MMO. Like, they seem like they are a perfect fit together, MMO and Pokemon. So I will say to Nintendo, even though none of them will see this video because I don't have a big enough following for that to be a thing, do it. You want to sell Switches? Make that an exclusive Pokemon game. A Pokemon MMO. It will sell like hotcakes. It will sell Switches. I don't have a Switch. I will buy a Switch for that game. It literally prints money. That idea of a Pokemon MMO prints money. Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh MMO prints money. Bandai Namco, Digimon video game prints money. Especially Digimon, because Digimon, there's no action. When was the last time there's been a Digimon game released in the United States on console? Yes, there's a mobile Digimon game, but on console, there's no Digimon game on Xbox One. So Bandai Namco, make an MMO version of Digimon. It will sell. It will sell. If you don't think it will sell, you're crazy. Because the idea of MMO and the ideas of these trading card games are perfect together. They're perfect together. They're match made in heaven. The idea of Pokemon and the idea of an online multiplayer game fits perfectly together. I'm thinking about my hair right now. Like, if you can you imagine playing ESO, but everything around you is Pokemon related? You could challenge everyone around you in that game to a Pokemon battle. Dungeons are, instead of dungeons, they're raids or gym battles. It will be phenomenal. But what I want to say, guys, if you the video, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoy it. I'll catch you guys next time. Leave any thoughts you have in the comments below. Peace out.